Kelvin, LeBron James. You want to
Yeah.
just kind of lay out
Yeah. So
what's happening and all these kind of stories that are NBA rumors that will he be traded and what other teams interested in him and all that kind of stuff.
Yep. So, of course, he opted in on that $52.5 million player option. And then you go back to the conversations, his agent, Rich Paul, saying, look, LeBron is, he appreciate what the Lakers are doing, but LeBron is in a win-now situation. He's trying to win. And then you go to what Dave McMenamin of ESPN said. He said that he's here in the Dallas. I'm told that they would only be interested in LeBron in a buyout situation. And then it starts the conversations. LeBron wants to, do you trade for him? Do the Lakers buy him out and let him go somewhere? And so that's where these rumors starts to become, he's trying to win now. We said this yesterday, even with signing DeAndre Ayton for a couple years, that didn't move. I said they went from a 7 seed to a 6.5 seed. You know what I mean? This isn't a huge, as they're comprised right now, that wasn't a big jump, big leap. So the conversation becomes, well, what do the Lakers do? And each moment that goes by, it's kind of and they're not talking, and you start to play it around in your head a little bit. Would they let LeBron go? Would they pay him out? And look, I believe this new ownership, Rob, they're not doing that. They're not going to pay $52.6 million, whatever, buyout for LeBron to go away. I think they value still what he brings from a notoriety standpoint. I think they're still, the hard thing about LeBron is he's still an all-NBA guy, Rob. He's still an all-NBA guy, so it's just letting him go for nothing or letting him go for a trade for a couple of guys who aren't that good, it becomes difficult. He has made it a very hard thing to balance because he's still better than 95% of the guys in the NBA.
I question his impact, but go ahead.
But and that's fair. I'm not even mad at that.
Right. Impact
but
as far as winning.
When you look up and a guy nightly is getting you 25, 8, and 8, it's like, well, who the heck is replacing that? But on the flip side, these teams realize, Rob, this is an era where they got to be deep. They have to be young. They have to have a bunch of players.
He's 41.
And he's 41, and this ain't it. And it's the first time in his life he's not it.
Right, and we saw it in the playoffs where everybody was banking on who wouldn't take LeBron and Luka, and guess what?
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
Right.
We ain't taking it.
Exactly.
So I think he's at the first time in his life where he has to look in the mirror, and it's an unreal thing since he's probably 12 years old. You're not the best. Other teams will pass on you for the first time. Say, no, we're good. We're going to run with our youth movement or run with the squad we have now. And I think that's an unusual situation now. And I don't think many teams will bite or, take that bait like he probably thought they would.
I'm with you, and I'm just going to break it down. I'm into the clothes and shopping and all that. I love to go.
Yes, you are.
And LeBron used to be Saks Fifth Avenue.
Okay.
Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts because of all the stuff you talked about.
What's he now?
He's Ross. He's going to Ross. And teams, as you say, I get the numbers and all that, but you're not. No, I'm not trading for him. He makes too much money. I have to give up something. I'm not interested in that. And I'm not interested in just having LeBron for a year or two to sell tickets. I'm not interested in that either. And I think that the Lakers, aren't going to give him a buyout and give him money to a going-away present so that some other team can have him. So I don't see where this could happen where he's going anywhere. And I understand the Dallas Mavericks. Sure, you want to take the veterans minimum?
Come over
about $5 million,
right?
And you just want to play. Well, we'll do that. Anybody would do that, right? But he's not worth $53 million to a team or giving up players to have him and have to pay him $53 million. Do you see what I'm saying? And this is one of the all-time great players. He's 41.
Plus, I think if you're the Lakers, if he were to have a farewell season, like let's say for whatever reason in the next month or two he comes out and says, I just want to let everybody know this is my last season. I want that in a Laker uniform. I want that to be. I don't want to buy him out so he can go have that for the New York Knicks, the reunited with the Cavs, or with the Warriors, so he can finally have 1 year where he plays with Steph. No, if you're gonna have this is it. I want that farewell just like they did with Kareem, and he was sitting there in a chair, and everybody's giving him rocking chairs around different cities and having fun. I want that in a Laker uniform. I want that to be what we talked about. I want that to be a part of our thing. So if this happened to have been that last season, bro, we're gonna have that last season here. But too many teams right now in the NBA realize 7 years straight, different champion, and I'm sure many feel like we got a shot. I mean, in the West alone, you probably have legitimately 5 to 6 teams that feel like, why not us? Rockets. Why not repeating if you're the Thunder? Minnesota makes a move. They feel like, hey, we can be in this thing.
And
the Nuggets feel like we're right here.
And they've been on the cusp, Minnesota.
Yep.
And the Nuggets, we already know, they've won a championship, and now they've bolstered their team, got the pieces that they had lost after they won the championship. Bench help, some shooting.
Yeah, they're looking like, hey, man, the current champs, we took to 7 games, and we just got better.
Exactly.
So there's a bunch of teams, and then you got a handful of teams in the East who probably feel the same way. Hey, man, we got a shot to at least get to the finals. Maybe we don't beat everybody in the West, but we got a chance to get there. So point being, there's not a heavy need base for him right now. And also, he's not even 38-year-old version of him. You say, all right, I'm taking a flyer. 2-3 more years of this, I'm taking a flyer on that. But the 41, soon to be 41-year-old version, and does Father Time, who is undefeated now, he is Father Time on a bit on the ropes with LeBron. Father Time's getting beat down by LeBron, but he's still undefeated. And at some point, I don't want to make that trade. And this is the year you finally snap a hamstring and you're out 40 games.
100%.
And now I'm sitting here.
But it is interesting that people just – this was a couple years ago, different story.
A completely different story.
But you cannot
take that
do
flyer.
it. I don't think that under any circumstance you would be interested. And all the reporting that I've heard is that no one's interested at LeBron as a player at $53 million. That's what they're not for.
And we know now with the second apron, a lot of teams are looking at all this. This isn't, 5-6 years ago we say, all right, screw it, let's do it, whatever, who cares? This second apron, and like I say, everybody's like,
do you need 2 aprons to cook?
I know. I don't
understand that.
No, unless you got one in the front, one in the back.
Is that it?
Is that what it is? You putting in work in the kitchen if you need 2 aprons.
You need 2 aprons, right. I understand.
Yeah, that might be me tomorrow.
Do people still put aprons on? I can remember my mom with an apron cooking.
My mother, when she's in town.
Does she put an apron
on? But my mother is kind of Martha Stewart-y.
Okay.
Like, she has all the proper cooking. She's really into that stuff. So even when my mom is the type who will tell, like, I'm going to order this apron and leave it in the such and such closet for me.
Rob, nobody's putting on an apron to press 3 minutes on the microwave.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's the problem.
Hey, you spotted him something.
I'm just asking you.
I don't even think you seen those pictures of his refrigerator.
Your wife-to-be, she doesn't cook?
I'm saying no one puts on an apron to go 3 minutes into the microwave.
Rob,
That's what you coming to me.
We all got the joke on you, Rob. Why is fiance get up in here?
I'm just asking. I'm asking you too. Does your wife put an apron on when she cooks?
No.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. She might have a seasonal, like a Christmas one.
It depends on what's being prepared.
Yeah, she might have a Thanksgiving joint if I'm mistaken, but just 98% of the cooking, no. 98% of the cooking, she got a daughter, pulling on her leg. Another one. It's answer A or B, and then because
do your own work.
I'm sitting here with you right now. So when I come in, I'm like, "Hey, baby," and she's looking at me like,
Well, when you were dating, she might have put on an apron, and you know what I mean. And
Bedman, just an apron. But why you get all excited about that?
saying.
Why you get all excited about her aprons and aprons only? This is what I be talking about.
I'm just saying.
Boy, this is what I be talking about.
All right. 877-99 on Fox. We'll throw out the number too. But nobody.
My Christmas better not be aprons for my. Christmas for me better not be an apron for my wife, Rob. I'm gonna know something.
It's gonna be a backless apron. Look at Alex. A backless apron.
I'm crying, yo. Because either that, you're gonna be trying
for your wife, Aaron,
Alex's boo.
Alex.
Shay, you got a boo?
Does your girlfriend cook, Alex?
Oh, she cooks great.
Okay. What? She wouldn't want a backless apron?
You know what? She probably would.
Listen, no. Let me tell you who don't need a backless apron.
Look at Shay. Shay's like, aren't all aprons backless?
Let me tell you who don't need that. Alex and his lady. They have. There will be no cooking. There's already barely cooking.
That's true.
Yes. All right. I'm just saying.
Y'all, because the next thing y'all gonna do is something baking in the oven.
And I bake a lot. Just haven't cooked anything yet.
There you go.
Yeah, something baking.